following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Really hope Kanye isn't that Krogan that we discussed earlier.
18 on our first piloting roll on the die, so
It's going to be good because it gives the bonuses when you're in the battle.
how many sims are you going to run her through?
I'll set it up for 3 and I'll head back. 'Cause it's going to take time to...
12.
Now, obviously, we're on a bit of a time constraint because he will be expecting Winter to not be too far behind.
And he's already kind of delayed.
It's simple enough. We can blame it on the... Getting into the ship was easy enough, but...
Okay, hang on a minute. I want to test something. Trish, can you just put what Tiala says next through into my earpiece and run it through the filter I just generated?
Of course, Logain.
Okay, Tiala, can you just say something like about 2 sentences long?
It was easy enough to crack into the ship, but unfortunately they'd done something with their computer where they locked it out. It was hard to disengage the system, but I got it though. I got it.
How's that sound?
Just one moment, adjusting. Talk again. You can just say the same thing
Said the
again.
same thing again.
Yeah, and then it sounds like perfect. There was just little wavers here, and she just needed to adjust for Tiala's voice.
Nice. Okay. Just have that prepared to lay on whenever you're signaled to.
Of course.
You'll be able to run most things from your usual seats.
Yes.
It'll be fine. Right.
I want to, before we depart, while Kanye's still getting in sim, I'm going to pop on an extranet terminal to find my notes. And it's a bit of a long shot. It might be easier for the ship they used here, but not the freighter. But I want to check both of those names, the ship names, and see if there's any information I can dig up. Specifically, and while it might be hard to find, I want to try and figure out what that freighter might actually be armed with, if there's been any record of it around that I can find.
Oh, class and design and possible layout. We need maps, detailed maps.
Detailed maps, or we
Detailed
just
maps,
can't
or we
go.
can't do the mission. Sorry guys, no detailed maps. Blow the ship up.
So, starting
fair.
with...
How do you know Crane's on the Citadel right now? It would be so easy to spring him from his current assignment.
We should.
He just flies out into space and cuts the ships.
Oh no, that's it. Because the thing is, if we got him, we'd just send him in front of you.
But then we need twice as many maps.
Yeah, fair.
Mm-hmm.
I need a detailed map of the quadrant.
So I guess starting with the Perseus,
Perfect,
that's
yeah.
the important one.
Well, it's the secondary one.
Yeah. Ship knowledge, or is there something specifically for using a terminal?
It would be good.
How did you hit me with the dice?
Well, it'd probably actually be more like investigation because you're looking for
I'll take it.
specifically these named ships as opposed to.
Are they?
Oh my
So
god!
it started with the least important ship, right?
You did say the Perseus first, which is the other ship.
Are they human
The
ships?
Perseus is the one I want the information on.
No,
I
but-
got a 1.
So they're human
You
ships,
don't
right?
find
So
anything. You don't find any info on the Perseus. Doesn't even show up on your search.
It's obviously a fake name.
They've stitched it up. Or we'll try the Marabuntu.
Marabunta.
Marabunta?
yeah, meanwhile, he'd actually type like Perseus wrong. And it's just like
The Perseus.
Marabunta's a kind of fire ant.
16, and then investigate. 30.
Like humanoid freighter, 3 levels.
Anyway.
Now.
Bottom section is engines and cargo.
have to grab the stats because it's fucking.
Secondary section also has engines at the back and also
just load up
cargo
the
and fuel.
rule book.
Yeah.
In the top section, we'll have your at the rear above the engines as your main power, and then tends to have its bridge at the front, and then a bunch of the more customizable parts in the middle.
We have our briefing table thing is a hollow projector, right?
Yep.
So I'll throw what I found for the workshop I did get information for up and identify if we need to scupper its ability to move. Basically anywhere on the back is fine, but engines are mid and bottom, and then power is top.
Do you see all that, Trish?
Acknowledged.
Didn't get anything on the Perseus. Maybe they're obscuring it. Maybe it's a fake registration, or it could just be
Are you showing
a
us
human
the
vessel.
thing that you put in so some of us could correct and say that's not how you spell Perseus?
It's been extra.
Here's what I tried to find.
And that gives them a chance to look again.
I have that.
Make a luck roll.
This is just a D20, right?
Yeah.
15?
Was it 15?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now make another. So that is what happened. You misspelled the ship's name.
Oh, human spellings. Hey!
Nice.
So that becomes 32? 34. Bad at math.
The main difference in the two different types of ship are the Perseus has bays for weapons, which would sync up with their whole his whole thing about basically it's something there to just shoot if anything.
So the other vessel is devoid of weapons, or at least like bigger weapons.
Yeah, like generally wouldn't have much in the way of weapons.
It might have
It's
like
a
point
standard
defense or something.
light freighter, so
Okay, I'll throw up that one. More importantly, now that we've got the spelling correct, here's the Perseus. Information on that might make it easier to slip in undetected. I'll put that one on the BattleNet as well. I'll put them both on the BattleNet so that they can access it from the interceptor craft. Now that I've got its layout, can I assess any weak points or blind spots on it to make Logan's approach easier? Or anyone's approach easier should we come to a gunfight?
let's see, weak points. We can make a roll, I guess.
So it would be ship knowledge. 15.
Engines and power are all stacked in the rear, so if you take out that in the right manner, that thing ain't going nowhere, and you'll drop the power as well.
Okay. Similar to the other craft.
Fuel tends to be stored in the central section, usually on the left-hand side. So that might be, that's more like you might want to avoid heading there if you don't want the whole ship to explode.
So I'll tag that up. If it opens fire, then you should be able to shut down power by heading here. If you really need to make it explode, then fire along the left side.
Yeah, there. As far as like entry points go, underneath near the front is usually that's where you'd be able to enter through a hatch.
Sweet. Probably the easiest point for our interceptor craft to make contact anyway. But throw all that up. And that could be what I've been plotting away at before we make our launch.
Yeah, for was it? Thrusters tend to be on the bottom, and FTL's the center section. So, depending on what you want to take out, if you do want to take any of that out, or
Well, ideally, I guess we don't have to worry about any of that.
tech entry tends to be towards the front of the ship as well. That's how you get up and down levels.
Oh.
That's for the Marabonta, by the way.
Well, yeah.
Anything else?
That I can think of.
Did anybody else have anything they wanted to go over?
No, I'll just be explaining how would ingress to the Daniel and the other using Rosa as a human shield, but whereas I'll probably be buffing her shields, which will allow us to do more.
Now remember, they're very likely going to try and use the hostages to prevent you from doing anything. Do you have a plan for that? Remember, most of them can take a few knocks, so don't be afraid to use biotics to throw or pull them out of the way.
Also, statusing them will help as well. Can't kill something if it's...
I don't know, maybe you can throw a wall between them and them.
Yeah, I can do that.
Can we signal at her when we are there?
Possibly.
If the Leia approaches you, Logain, and she shows you schematics, or electronic ones, and she's like, if you make these adjustments to your life pods, your podules, if you put anybody in them, they won't read it as life signs. Not sure if it'll help, but we would use it on commando operations to come in, and if they scanned us for life signs, it would look like we only would have like the pilot and navigator or whatever, but we've got a whole ship full of commandos.
Does that also can disguise us to be human? One human, one...
No, it just masks the life signs.
Yeah, life signs readings aren't generally that specific.
Which is fine, because there'll be an Asari and a Quarian.
They won't be able to tell the difference. Trust me.
And we only need
This isn't Star Trek.
to register 2 people, so if the rest of us are in the life pod.
Makes sense to me.
Done. Could you do that? Trish?
I can't do that. You
Yep.
need
Trish?
maybe-
On it.
Anyway,
Schematics.
let's get going.
Electronics,
Okay,
I'm assuming.
Yes.
32. And however long it takes.
And a repair as well, because there is a physical component.
Easy. 26.
Cool.
While I'm on the way out, I'm just going to place another call through to the Systems Alliance. It's been at least an hour. Maybe his meeting ran long. Maybe he's part of it.
Admiral, Matthew's office. How can I help?
This is Logain. I'm just trying to get back in contact with the Admiral.
Oh yeah, something came up. But I can. He's not in the meeting anymore. If it's a priority, I'll get hold of him.
It might be.
Okay, I'll send him through. Actually, I'll see if I can link him through to you.
Thank you, Billy.
That's a religious Billy is.
Matthew speaking. This is urgent.
I don't know if it's urgent, but anyway, apparently a bunch of people just got kidnapped off the Citadel by the Church of the Pure. That Hans guy asked you to look into.
Okay, yeah.
And they're being taken to Gabriel Delgado's ship, and we're just going to go fuck them up.
Okay, I guess you guys found out more about him than we did.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Go fuck him up, as you say.
Yeah, it's just, they might be Systems Alliance citizens. I don't know if I needed any kind of special clearance.
Not if they're part of that group.
Cool, good to know.
We are not affiliated with them.
Good to know.
We should probably
Okay, thanks.
set up
I'll let
any
you go
kind
back
of
to
air
work.
tanks or something we might need for the hospitals.
Though, one last thing, if you could bring them in for... If you could arrest them.
I mean, we always try.
Okay,
I really would like Delgado to stand trial. That would be great.
so would we.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Okay. Matthew's out.
Beep. I'll send just a little text through to Tiala. It's just like, just spoke with Admiral Matthews. He would like Gabriel to stand trial, if at all possible.
Right.
Otherwise, he can't come back next season.
Sometime.
Roger that. We'll...
Hope I'm not taking you away from anything important.
The assassin you're talking to? I mean... Yeah, is that who you're talking to?
Yeah, and the only other person coming with me.
Oh, this is when you're after... Yeah. Nothing yet. I mean, if I got called away now, I'd have to go, but once I'm already off the station, not much I can do then.
Well, I mean, I guess you could hold a gun to my head and demand I turn around.
I could.
It's not going to get you anywhere, though.
If only you'd bought the news app before you came out.
That's the face.
But insert box slam noises.
Oh my god. So, you know how the gun that shoots mini explosives,
Yeah, huh?
the knockback grenade launcher.
Oh, yeah. We don't have one, though.
We've got two.
Oh, do we?
Yes. The name user deliberate deployment method. This experimental Solarian weapon is purposely designed so that its ammunition bounces off of an enemy's kinetic barriers after they're being deployed. The small orbs fired from the weapon are not only packed with explosives but small sensors that detect an enemy's movements and heat.
Sounds like you guys are going to have some
So
fun.
they
Are
bounce
you
off
sure
the
you're the
shields
place to
and
do
then
it?
go...
Yes.
Oh, do you want one of these?
I want one of those.
Of course she wants one of those.
It's considered an assault rifle.
Hey, even I could use them.
Look, I'm trying to save people on a ship. I can't be sure that won't blow the living crap out of the ship.
I believe it only goes for enemies.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
enemies will be
it's-
standing next to important systems.
After glancing off their shields, the target shields, these cunning devices will seek their victims out and attempt to latch onto them. So it gets within their shields.
So it bounces off the shields. That's how it
Yeah, 'cause
knows
it can
this
get
is
there
who I'm
fast, but
attaching
then
to.
You
And
got
then
to
it goes,
get through shields, you got to be slow, so it hits them real quick and then goes scurry.
I want to upgrade the fuck out of one of those.
She follows you into the ship. She takes a seat in the co-pilot's chair. She puts her feet up on the console and just leans back. And we just wait for the others, right?
Pretty much.
Follow them underneath and behind them.
What's the name of the interceptor?
Is it the Ibn Hawk? Ibn Falcon?
Even Falcon.
Isn't that the Corvette?
No, there's this one here.
Huh. Okay.
This is the ship that we got from the.
We're about to have two more.
Those guys that have almost been wiped out by the STG because they thought they were.
Yeah.
Because they thought they took a shot at them. Fuck, we're good.
To be fair, they would have had the SG would have still had to kill those guys because they were on that ship.
Yeah. And they would have put up a fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I'll
On the main ship, meanwhile.
Right. Get ready. We'll see if we can get them. How's this upgrade going?
How's it going?
But you rolled pretty well, so yeah, it just took time, yeah. But yeah,
We'll finish up.
it doesn't take too long.
Let's get everyone in and
Get in the pods. What I'll try and do is I'll try and convince them to come on board while they're cycling through the airlock.
We can open the pods.
We can open the pods.
easy. I can at least confirm. Oh,
Daniel and Jim have to share. He's the smallest guy and he's the biggest guy. It makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't put two small guys on one pod. One's going to be the biggest as well.
No, because you can squeeze two medium people into a pod.
Yeah.
But he's big and
Yeah.
he's small,
And
so
Jim's-
together they're two mediums. So it's
Jim's
fine.
top
So
heavy,
what
I
I'm
top
what, so
attack,
what I'm
probably.
hearing is I need to be stuffed into a pod with Jeanette because I am very large and she has damage absorbing crumple zones.
Yeah. Actually, I think like you have to be stuffed into a pod with. Yeah, no, probably.
There's enough pods for everybody. except for Daniel and Jim.
who have to share.
Sorry, Rosa.
Another pod over there? No, it doesn't work.
I actually don't think your armor would fit in there with somebody else anyway.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's fucking big.
I mean,
Yeah.
those things are going to fit Krogans, which are broad, so they can fit you in.
And your armor doesn't change your size category.
So,
I don't know what Alcor did.
there'd be a spare pod
They
there.
don't get one of those kind of pods.
There is enough pods, but
Yeah.
right.
Awkwardly, you don't look down.
Why not? Ah!
Exasperatedly, I told you not to look down.
Right, when you're ready to climb the pods. Sorry, Daniel and Jim, you have to share a pod.
What?
The other one's out of service. It's it got damaged in the last fight. We haven't quite got it fixed yet.
Or Glenn the
Why don't they
Biohazard
share
out
with
of it.
Jeanette. We're both smaller.
That's absolutely rude.
Wildly
What?
inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
I didn't mean anything. She's.
Jeanette, what do you think? Inappropriate?
I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather have my own pod.
Right this way, man.
Fine.
I'll get in first. Come on.
There you go.
Oh, how sweet.
I'll close the pod on them.
No, I can't get out.
Playing a Switch.
Rosa's just going to be like, and walk away.
Well, which pod would you like? Oh, the one's broken.
Broken.
I was hoping it would make her smile, because she's already in the pod. Sorry, we're trying. Again, don't say that isn't funny.
It kind of is, but holy crap.
Especially when you look at them there at the moment, you can't help but laugh.
Right,
Take photo.
I'll head up front.
Okay. Are we ready to go yet?
We'll get it. We're ready. Yes. Let's make way. So, once we engage and enter the ship, disengage, pull away, safe distance. We'll call you back.
Okay.
If things go wrong, there's no point putting you in danger. Trish knows what the protocol is after that.
Very well. I'll
Fly into the
I'll
sun.
follow your instructions.
Don't be alarmed if Trish takes over.
You're talking to a quarry. You just said, "Don't be alarmed if the computer takes over."
if the AI
You've made her more alarmed.
the AI takes over.
She's
Admittance.
she's been running scenarios with Zalo, so her VI's a lot more advanced in it.
Yeah, good thing she didn't simulate under my profile. I think I still have
Yeah.
her set to cheat.
And he pulls the ship out. She got a 17 on her piloting. Well, I rolled a 17.
I guess I better pull out too. We should have left first because the Sentinels are fuck of a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna
Citadel
wait
Control, this is Urban Falcon Hawk, whatever the hell the name of the ship is, looking to depart.
This one gives you permission to leave. This one wishes you safe passage.
Thank
not
you,
the
and
cloud.
glory to the Enkindlers.
Glory to the Enkindlers.
Yes, so Kenny will slow down so that you can come in appropriately.
21. Fucking cruddler roll.
Citadel Control, this is IKA Sentinel preparing to leave. This one gives you permission to leave. This one wishes you safe passage. Thank you. Oh boy. A lot of pressure.
No, it's alright, just
She taps the accelerator and the Sentinel just goes.
Oh yeah, probably.
Let's flash new engines.
She'd
down.
probably said it to like the Optimum Cruise. Then it's like, please don't.
Yeah, up to
Little
pretty
less.
high.
Pulls it back so that you can keep up.
I'll just turn to Nagatana and be like,
Meanwhile, in the much smaller ship,
Okay.
I don't know. Did we need to be in the pods? Couldn't we be in your lab or something?
yeah, I suppose we only have to be in the pods once we get close. Ah, we're here now. Pod.
Your friend is just relaxing.
so, you mind if I ask you a question?
You just did.
Good point.
You may ask him.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. What's it like having breasts? My species doesn't have them.
Well, even if you species did, you're a male, and I don't think I've come across
Yeah, I got a lot of faults, alright?
species with. I mean, others seem to find them a lot of fun. They sometimes get in the way when you're trying to crawl through spaces.
He didn't seem to have any trouble squeezing into that vent in the galley.
Yet you still don't learn how to adapt.
You don't say. Says the
Sizes.
noticeably large.
You actually have contortionists, so.
I have that half-assed version.
I'm sure you make do as well.
Yeah.
You're tall.
Wait, what?
You're tall.
I am?
You haven't noticed how you look down?
I just thought that was my arrogance.
No, I think you're the tallest Turian I've met. Casalis is pretty tall, but I think you're taller.
Cute little Casalis and his weirdness. I gots to know. How? Why?
I don't know. It somehow works for him. So, any rules I'm not allowed to break on this mission?
Don't rat us out to the council when we do bad things.
for the greater good.
I suppose arresting you as a spectre would count as that.
It might. Not really your style, though, I think.
No, not really the arresting type.
Oh, I don't know. You're pretty interesting. See what I did there was because arresting is a homonym
yes,
for
I get that.
meaning both to detain and also the level of hand.
I'm joking.
But I imagine so. It wouldn't get you a lot.
So how many hostages are we dealing with?
What is it, 6?
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess 6. 7.
Including Ethel.
5, 7 if you count
Ator and Daniel's girlfriend. The latter of which did sneak on board.
And we don't want Mr. Delgado dead. We want him alive.
Systems Alliance would like to put him on trial. Ooh, I'm not supposed to mention that we work for them.
Work for them or with them? There is a difference.
It tends to be situational. Why is the control yoke so small?
Because you're big.
Oh. Would you like a big?
I wouldn't say no. Thank you.
It's impressive. They're a wide bar. Not quite working out like you planned, huh? Nope. If you really knew me, you'd know that's not a thing I do.
Meanwhile, on the other ship, everybody's at their pods
Except for Yeezy and Teasy.
Yeezy and Teasy.
New dynamic duo.
Oh god. Yeah, it takes probably about half an hour.
Stupid slow Falcon ship.
You
Sentinel
gotta
would have been there in 5
out of
minutes.
the system and into the next one.
Yep.
So you're not taking the relay, you're just flying to it.
Light speed. The FTO.
Then as you're approaching, the ship is pinged.
Right, well, so
Communicated to.
we're going to have to actually nestle up underneath, so I'll make the check for the special flying now. Neat. Real neat. 22.
Okay.
Zardoz rolls.
I mean, we have the best possible person for sneaking ships in. She was a member of Pathfinder. She's got to be used to all the academics of this shit.
She did a good role for her part in this, basically.
Well, I mean, you know, Quarian's ships, right?
So yeah, the Sentinel communications are pinged.
Yeah, hello?
Ah, good. You got the ship. Excellent, excellent. I am pleased. And you got the small Asari girl?
Yep, no, she was easy enough to capture.
Good, I'm guessing those biotic inhibitors helped.
Oh, I think it's the only thing that saved me.
Excellent. And then once we have her, we can contact the Sidewinders and demand they sacrifice themselves if they want to get their friends back.
And we get them back if we killed ourselves.
Yeah, no.
He's religious, not smart.
Stupid aliens. They'll fall for it every time.
And that one stray sheep that's strayed from the flock. A shame about her, but we will convince her.
What?
I think slowly over time. Very slowly.
Because you're the human.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting interesting results from this new machine we took. Thanks for stealing that, by the way.
Ah, not a problem. I'm glad it could help. So what sort of results are you getting?
The nightmares I am giving this quarry are quite interesting. Yes, to use a tool that is meant to aid those who suffer and turn into a means of making aliens suffer.
Oh, fuck him up.
The
Oh,
screams. Glorious.
Still technically
Can't
hasn't
wait
done,
to try it on the others.
Still hasn't technically done any damage to our door.
well, I mean,
they probably just grabbed some random yellow quarian that isn't Ator at all.
It's way more believable.
It's suddenly believable then. Quarians are shit.
doing it to one of their members, that's even better. That just...
Yes, it doesn't matter how much he insists he is not. He